Maintenant, passons à Tasnim Anjum Mou, étudiante à la maîtrise.
Hello everyone, I am Tasnim. I am master student of UCAT Amos campus. I am supervised by Professor Guillaume, Professor Miguel, and Elizabeth Johnson. Today I am going to talk about the seasonal dynamics of harmful algae bloom in 2 Canadian boreal lakes. In the beginning of the Earth, cyanobacteria were the first organism that converted carbon dioxide to oxygen and started photosynthesis system. Cyanobacteria are bacteria, but they behave like algae. Cyanobacteria can be single cell or unicellular. Their cell size can range from 0.5 micrometer to 100 micrometer. About 2,600 species of cyanobacteria have been discovered worldwide. Sometimes cyanobacteria overgrow and form cyanobacterium bloom, which can be harmful because sometimes cyanobacteria produce toxin into the water. Cyanobacteria bloom are found in all types of water, but naturally nutrient-rich and warm water, they multiply very quickly. Cyanobacteria had adverse impact on aquatic ecosystem like the water quality deterioration and oxygen depletion. Cyanobacteria bloom are observed on 246 lakes in Canada, but many countries around the world are experienced with harmful algae bloom. One of the most important bloom-forming and toxin-producing genera is Plantothix in northern country. This genus has also a strong impact in Abhidhibi Temiskaming because recently we observed some Plantothix under the ice cover, which contradicts the previous study that cyanobacteria always need higher temperature for their growth. Plantothix is a diverse genus of filamentous cyanobacteria. Plantothix can grow in low light intensity because they require low energy for their metabolism. They can produce toxin in higher level than other kind of cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria have significant impact on human health, animal life, and aquatic ecosystem. Now I am going to discuss each impact in details. Cyanobacteria induce several health agents in human body. Different toxins are formed from cyanobacteria like mycocystin, anatoxin, sexitoxin. Humans are affected by cyanobacteria when during their drinking cyanobacteria contaminated water or other recreational activity. These toxins are very harmful and can cause the damage of many different organs in human body. According to World Health Organization, if 1 liter water contain more than 1.6 microgram mycocystin, then it will be very harmful for drinking. And if it will be more than 20 microgram, then it will be very harmful for recreational purpose. Cyanobacteria affect the wildlife, pet, and livestock. Cyanobacteria can make sick animals very quickly and sometimes cause rapid death due to respiratory failure. Cyanobacteria are important member of aquatic community, but sometimes cyanobacteria produce toxin into the water and that causing the poisoning into the water. Sometimes some dead cyanobacteria consume dissolved oxygen and that causes the reduction of the dissolved oxygen from the water, which is responsible for death of many aquatic life. So we have a problem of cyanobacteria bloom in Abhidhibi Temiskaming. Especially we heard about 2 specific cases. A problem with the Plantothix in Lake Fortune when the snow melts and swimming is forbidden and the beach is closed due to cyanobacterial bloom. So for this we are doing this study. The growth and development of cyanobacteria are highly influenced by several factors like temperature, nutrients, light, water movement, and zooplankton. The favorable temperature for their growth around 20 to 35 degrees Celsius. Nutrient like nitrogen and phosphorus is very important for their growth and development. So our main objective is to assess the driving factor of cyanobacteria bloom and the seasonal dynamics of cyanobacteria communities in two boreal lakes. Our main hypothesis is nutrient influence the seasonal dynamics of cyanobacterial communities. So for this, we conducted our study in two different lakes in Abitibi-Temiskaming. One is Lake Fortune and another is Lake Bosha. Lake Bosha is located near the city of Amos. This lake is very important for the Amos city because this is the main tourist attraction for the Amos people. But the authority had to close this lake every year for a significant period of time because of cyanobacterial bloom. Lake Fortune is located near the city of Nonnorenda. The maximum depth of this lake is 17 meters. Recently, we observed some plantothics under the ice cover in Lake Fortune. We started our sampling from June 2021 and it finished July 2022. So we collected our sample in every month. In summer, lakes are stratified with three different layers like apliminion, metamillion, and hypolimnion. Metamillion is determined when the temperature is decreased more than 1 degree per Celsius. And the layer above the metamillion is called apliminion, and the layer below the metamillion is called hypolimnion. So we collected our water sample for the nutrients, phytoplankton communities, and also for the dissolved organic carbon, and sent them the UCAM Laboratory and Quebec Ministry of Environment and Climate Change for analysis. We also measured some physiochemical variables like pH, conductivity, depth, dissolved oxygen. Now I am going to show you my result. So here you can see some cyanobacterial genera of two lakes. Here y-axis represents the cell count and the x-axis represents the month. Here red line is the health line. According to the World Health Organization, above this health line, it indicates the cyanobacterial bloom. So for the Lake Fortune, the main species is Plantothyx, which is blue in color. So they had more than 20,000 cells per ml of water, and that indicates the cyanobacterial blooms. For Lake Bosha, the main species is Apanothyx, which is dark green in color. They had more than 20,000 cells per ml of water, and that indicates cyanobacterial blooms. Now I'm going to show you some physiochemical variables of two lakes. Here, Lake Fortune are thermally stratified with three different layers, but the Lake Bosha is entirely mixed. Here you can see the Plantothyx increase the pH and dissolved oxygen. Here the dissolved oxygen level increase 160, which is huge. But in Lake Bosha, here is hypoxia occur. Now I'm going to show you some nutrients and carbon concentration of two lakes. Here you can see the phosphorus level go over the line. If 1 liter water contains 20 to 30 microgram phosphorus, then it is the proper condition for growth of cyanobacteria. So we found the higher nutrient concentration in summer and fall month, and the lower nutrient concentration in winter season. So this is our generalized additive model. This model suggested that total phosphorus, total dissolved nitrogen, and organic carbon influence cyanobacterial bloom in Lake Fortune. Total nitrogen, total dissolved nitrogen influence the cyanobacterial bloom in Lake Bosha. And moreover, Plantothyx was dominant in Lake Fortune, while Anarmina and Apanothyx are dominant in Lake Bosha. To conclude, we can say that Plantothyx present all over the year in Lake Fortune, but the bloom is mostly observed in summer and fall month in Lake Bosha. Other cyanobacterial genera are mostly dominant in summer and fall month in both lakes. So the problem associated with these two lakes are hampered the daily life and other recreational activities around the lake. So our study will could help to build a sustainable management plan for freshwater lake all over the year, especially in boreal lake. Also, it is the first study that observed the cyanobacterial bloom under the ice cover in Abitibi-Temiskaming. So I want to thank all the people for helping me in my project. I also want to thank Professor Miguel and Elizabeth Johnson for their support and help. Thanks everyone for listening.
Merci, Tasnim.